Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode. In this episode, we'll be talking about nets of polyhedrons. Sit back, relax, and let's have fun. Our objectives for this lesson include 1. Being able to identify and describe polyhedra and their nets. Now, when we talk about polyhedra, we want to focus on tetrahedrons and octahedrons. So here we have a box and some puppies. Maybe somebody got some puppies in a box, or maybe we have some puppies and we want to give them away in a box. This is kind of a language arts link. Remember when we did that topic on predictions, where we look at this and then start to think about what are some of the things that could happen or could have happened? Let's see. Your dog Chi-Chi has just had a litter of the cutest pups, and you want to make a warm bed for them to sleep. And so, our predictions are off here. You searched until you found an empty box and decided to open it out so that it could be flattened for your pups to sleep on. Now, 1. What is the solid shape of the box? 2. How many faces does the box have? 3. Draw on a piece of paper how you would expect the box to look when it is opened out to make your puppy's bed. 4. What is the name of the pattern of this box when it is opened out? Is it the outline, the silhouette, or the net? Have you ever heard of polyhedra? If not, let's talk. First, let's break the word apart to better understand its meaning. Poly means many, while hedra means faces. So the word polyhedra directly translates to many faces. The faces of polyhedra, plural polyhedron, are, however, polygons. So, can you think of any solids with many faces that are polygons? Of course you can. Here are a few I can think of: cube, pyramid, cuboid, and prism. Can you think of any more? Let's further explore these solid polygons with more faces or many faces. Did you know that the general names of polyhedra are based on the number of polygon faces that make up the shape? For example, an octahedron is a polygon with 8 plane faces, while a tetrahedron is made up of 4 polygon faces. The table below shows names and shapes of different polyhedra. So here we go with our table. How many faces, edges, and vertices does each shape have? Here we have the shape, the cuboid. How many faces? How many edges? How many vertices? The triangular prism. How many faces, edges, and vertices? Then we have the triangular based pyramid, faces, edges, and vertices. Then the square based pyramid, same thing. The number of faces, edges, and vertices. Nets of polyhedron. Now that we have looked at polyhedrons or polyhedra, let's explore the concept of nets. A net of a solid is the plane shape obtained when the solid is cut along its edges, then flattened out, showing each face of the figure. The net of a solid is what the solid looks like if it were opened up and laid out on a flat surface. The net of solid shapes is a 2D shape that can be folded to remake the 3D solid from which it was created. Let's look at an example. So here we have the cube, and we have the net of the cube. So this is what the cube looks like. But when it's flattened, it looks like this. So we have the side over here, we have the back, we have the front, we have the base, the side, and the top. Okay, so here we have the base, the side, the top, we have the side, and we have the front. Let's look at this one, this video, where we have a worker who is making a pizza box, folding up his pizza box. All right. So we can see it comes out flat. Okay. Then he's putting that 2D shape, that flat shape, and making it three-dimensional. So let's go to our evaluation section now. It says, now go ahead and match a few more nets to their solid shapes. I did one for you. Match the solid shape to the correct net. So here we go with number 1. Okay, so let's look at the one that they did first. So this is a square base pyramid for 4. We can see we have the square there, and then we have the lateral faces that will come together, and the lateral faces here for this pyramid are all what? Triangular, right? And then they would come together at a point we call the apex. So let's see how this looks. So here we have the point called the apex. We have lateral face, another one behind here, another one there. So you are now asked to match this. Which net would give you this? Which net would give you this one? And the last one here, this one is pretty easy, is it not? Would give you this particular shape that looks like the wedge of cheese. Okay. So in this episode, we looked at nets of solids, and we wanted to identify and describe polyhedra. So we need to know what their properties are, be able to define them, right? And then tell, for example, the number of faces, edges, and vertices that make up the polyhedra that were of focus. Take care, complete your activities, and we'll see you in the next episode.